Hey there folks, I'm Serious JG and welcome back to Let's Play WWE 2K15 2K Showcase Mode Hustle Loyalty Disrespect. The title is supposed to be about the fact that John Cena, who's about hustle, loyalty, and respect, was hit with a lot of disrespectful comments by CM Punk over the course of their feud. Although actually, I'm trying to cut back the snarkiness in the commentary, but the feud has devolved into John Cena versus not devolved, but it's John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio, and CM Punk is now versus Triple H. Although CM Punk is gonna have to find new dance partners because, as I gave away in the last video, he never got a rematch with Triple H after getting pedigreed, which we just saw, and he never got to face Kevin Nash at all. So let's see what's next for these gentlemen. Now that John Cena is the champion, CM Punk is free, and hey, Alberto Del Rio's got to have something to do too, right? That's right. I married the boss's daughter, not you. Yeah. True. The way that Kevin Nash came in and interfered, and then kind of power bombed everybody and then got laid out, and then yeah, that was the best match ever. Bret Shawn Iron Man match. Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat. Best 2 out of 3. Go fuck yourselves. CM Punk wins the title at SummerSlam, but Kevin Nash attacks him and leaves him laid out in the middle of the ring. After the opportunity, Alberto Del Rio has some Money in the Bank contract because of new. This is old news, unless it'll happen again. Because John Cena captures the WWE Championship from Alberto Del Rio. And then they get rotated around. You can't see me. CM Punk believes he should get a rematch for the title, but Del Rio also believes he deserves a rematch against the man that took the title from him, John Cena. Triple H decides to make the first ever triple threat Hell in a Cell match between John Cena, CM Punk, and Alberto Del Rio. And he looks all angry. I remember this one, and I remember being kind of surprised. But I'll shut up and let you see what the big surprise is as we proceed to the match. Yeah, Alberto Del Rio is pretty awesome, and as much as I like CM Punk, and even like John Cena these days, he's so clearly the odd man out here that I can't help but root for him. And he's got his own personal ring announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez. They eventually did a storyline where Alberto Del Rio betrayed his personal ring announcer and beat him up. And his personal ring announcer ended up being the personal ring announcer for Rob Van Dam, and it just didn't make any sense. And now they're both gone. And unlike RVD, I don't think they're on good terms. They get to come back periodically. Alberto Del Rio was eventually fired from WWE because backstage, some production guy said something like really racist to him. I remember exactly what it was. Something about how he should be carrying his bags or something. And Del Rio basically punched the guy. And a lot of people got upset and said, "Oh man, if John Cena had punched the guy, he wouldn't have gotten fired. They would have given him like paid suspension or something." And, you know, I wasn't there. I didn't see how it went down. It sounds like the guy was an asshole and deserved to get punched in the face. But at the same time, I don't think John Cena would have punched a guy backstage. I'm not saying anti-Mexican stuff anyway. Although, you know, Cena, it's not hate, it's heritage. Sorry. Hell in here, so, oh my god. As far as I know, the people who've been in Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker didn't die. I mean, okay, granted, Big Boss Man died, but it was not because he was in a Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. It is pretty cool entrance music. And actually, his like WWE-owned generic entrance music he had before was pretty good too. I heard something, actually read something about how CM Punk's old entrance music was written for Randy Orton. He came out to it once. Orton didn't like it, so they gave it to Punk. So we got like hand-me-down entrance music, but it actually I thought fit him very well. It sucks. That's a more recent thing. I don't think the fans were doing it. And then I could be a part of it. So could you. Oh, the world's a stage, and all they're trying to put at me are the players. Knock your shell off, folks. That is him rapping, by the way. I only remember him ever having 2 theme songs. He might have had some kind of generic theme song early on, but he had 2 theme songs over the years. One of them when he was a heel and the white rapper, and later on he was a babyface white rapper. In both cases, he rapped his own theme song, which, you know, good for him. Wash your mouth like Colgate. What I don't get is the I never really quite got that. I don't think I'm the target audience. So yeah, my first time playing this mode, since again I wasn't watching WWE at the time. I was really curious who I'd be playing as here. Kind of hoping it would be Alberto Del Rio, actually. I also remember this one being a tough one. Triple threats and 4-way matches, tag matches, anything that involves a lot of AI guys being in the ring simultaneously tend to be the toughest in 2K Showcase mode, because there's just many more ways that like your objective you're supposed to do will get screwed up. But yeah, we're playing as Del Rio. Woo! That's not to say he necessarily wins. They could switch in the middle, but he's even got the best taunts. That's awesome. I mean, Michael Cole is not a double wide. Get out of here.
Another stiff kick. John Cena, a record 10-time WWE champion.
Signaling for the arm breaker.
When you think about the legends that have held the title over the years.
10 times. That's more than Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Rock, and well, everybody else.
10 times. Unbelievable.
Except for Ric Flair.
And he reversed it. Good move there.
Oh, just beautiful. You gotta taunt after a move like that. That was fantastic. Oh, no. Keep doing what you're doing, Cena.
Back into the ring now. Pure power. Just
Pure power.
He's got the neck. And there's the triangle hold.
Instantly released for some reason.
Of course, we're in New Orleans tonight for this amazing Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
You see, CM Punk's actually ahead of me in his finisher meter just because. Whoa, that was weird. He back elbowed me, then teleported behind me. The game got a little confused there. They keep talking about Jeff Hardy. He's not with the company at this point. Why? I guess they're talking about him losing, so it's okay. I don't get it. Ow. That'll never happen, King. Yeah, let's do a double team. Yeah, there you go. Well, it wasn't chokeslam, but.
He's not an animal. He's not a criminal. This man is a philanthropist. He's an aristocrat from Mexico. He's put thousands of.
Well, he is an animal. I wouldn't say he's a criminal per se. Although I was guilty of aggravated assault when he punched some dude for making fun of Mexicans. I'm not making fun of Mexicans, just kind of talking trash.
see any
CM Punk been kind of dominating John Cena.
You can't trust anybody in this type of matchup, and you really have to have eyes in the back of your head to use the old cliche.
Well, according to you, Cole,
You have to have eyes in the back of your head to use the old cliche. If you try to use the old cliche without having eyes in the back of your head, it's going to go very poorly for you. What the hell happened there? Not for the first time. The game got a bit confused when too many people are acting at once. Yeah, see, I was in the middle of a reversal and CM Punk just... Go ahead and give him your signature, CM Punk. Have a signature. Do it. There you go. CM Punk. See more smoke. Smoke detector. So I got a finisher saved up now, but I haven't damaged Punk moderately yet. Okay, so triangle choke is a legitimate move in this. I guess I was prevented from doing it before because somebody broke it up, probably.
Ooh, that did it. This is dangerous.
Let's get dangerous. So I will have a finisher in reserve. Enzugiri signature move on Punk. So I got to get another signature saved up. And again, these multi-matches are the ones where it's the hardest to get stuff like this to work. Could have held R to escape. Chose not to. Now Punk's going to make a comeback. But don't call it a comeback. You've been here for years. Do I get a chance to interfere with this? Nope. He is immune from my attacks until he finishes. Actually, he got it all off. Nice. Okay, I gotta do the Enzugiri special. I got a corner step up, which is presumably in the corner, and then just a regular one where I'm running at a guy. So the problem is, make sure I do it on Punk and not Cena. So if Cena takes Punk down...
Oh, there! He thinks he has it. He breaks the hold. Whoa, he's measuring.
Damn it!
Cena looking for
He
something
blocked
big.
it. I'm not even sure if I was actually doing it correctly anyway.
He's going for the pin. This could be it. Just trying and CM Punk powers out. Remember,
Powers out by being picked up.
Anything goes.
That's not a no. It's a freaking Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, a little intimidation there.
You're kind of underselling it a bit by calling it a no disqualification match. Oh, nice. And you even got... It's a catch finisher.
And there's the go to sleep. Knee to the temple. You know, it's often said that every time you go into a match like this, you leave a little piece of yourself.
Every time you go in... That's actually a pretty cool spot. He catches a big old fella like John Cena coming off the top. And turns it into his go-to-sleep finisher. And then Alberto's like, nope, get up and get suplexed.
Including stepping into WWE's most satanic structure.
Of the many, many satanic structures that WWE has, this is the most satanic.
Remember, CM Punk lost his WWE Championship when Alberto Del Rio cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam. Then John Cena.
Go ahead and give him your finisher, John Cena, and then...
And amazingly, Del Rio claims Cena doesn't deserve to be champion, despite making Del Rio tap out.
Don't give it to me.
Oh, out of nowhere. We got to cover.
I don't... Yes, I don't want to cover him. Okay, well now I got another finisher saved, or signature move. Damn it. Get back in here, Punk. Get in here, Punk. Get in here before it runs out. Ah. Oh, perfect. Nice. That was perfect. Because he knocked Cena down. Oh, now I'm going to have a button smash, too, in order to escape this, probably. No, Roberto Rodriguez is going to come to my aid. Oh, God bless you, little announcer guy, with your little tux of ultimate evil. That's it. Be a bully, not a star, John Cena. Pick on the ring announcer. Boom. Chicanery. Chicanery. Oh, I was so happy the first time I got to this point. Because like, yeah, it's down to one-on-one. There's only one guy to deal with now with the rest of this nonsense they're going to make me do. I don't even know if there's more stuff for me to do or if I just win now. But this is awesome. Get Mark Henry to help you with the gimmick chain. This one might not. Yeah, this one isn't even gimmicked. That's right. Jail is for Mexicans, not for white people. Wait a second. Why am I saying that, man?
Outside the cage now. This becomes a one-on-one match with Alberto Del Rio and CM Punk.
There's got to be some fancy way for me to.
Remember, there are no countouts and incoming.
Oh, I should not have done that. As awesome as it looked.
Oh, launched back into the ring. A textbook reverse.
Now, all my finishers are submission moves, and I'm supposed to win by pinfall. Because that's what tends to happen, is guys who have submission finishers end up winning by pinfall anyway, because there's some gimmick, like, you know, especially their heels. The good guy doesn't want to put him over clean by submitting. So you win by punching him in the head and just throwing him into the ring and pinning him. Nice. You're gonna go to jail! You're going to jail! You're gonna go to jail! You belong in jail!
I'd say it was brilliant. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, you would say that.
No, I miss Alberto. And there's a fan wearing the CM Punk ice cream bar shirt. And the ominous specter of the Rock t-shirt looms in the background as well. There's going to come a point where the Rock shows up to be like, The Rock says it's time for this 2K showcase mode to be over.
The last man standing with the WWE title on his hands was me.
So why isn't this thing called Hustle, Loyalty, Disrespect, and Mexican Aristocrat? Because that's kind of Alberto's gimmick. He's got the sports cars and the hair slicked back. It's kind of implied he's a drug dealer. I don't know.
I never received my one-on-one title shot after you cashed in your Money in the Bank contract on me. You got the cojones to put the title on the line against me?
Hey, don't say that to me, cabron. Ooh, he's Donald Trump. Except he's Mexican. The irony! Donald Trump, if you haven't been paying attention, loves calling people losers. It's like his favorite insult.
CM Punk will face Alberto Del Rio for the WWE Championship if CM Punk can defeat Mark Henry.
Ooh, well, this wasn't part of Mark Henry's story mode.
Elbow here, Jerry. This could be over. Punk, elbow to the heart. And there's the WWE champion Alberto Del Rio, his personal ring announcer.
Sending Ricardo Rodriguez in to challenge CM Punk. Well, there you go. And I think I would guess, I don't remember how it went. Playing this the first time, pretty strong hunch that Punk wins this because, yeah, again, the storyline is not called Hustle, Loyalty, Disrespect, and Fancy Sports Cars. I think Alberto Del Rio has had his day in the sun. Despite having a fairly fair skin for a Latino gentleman.
Personal ring announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, but I was a pretty big fan of Alberto Del Rio from what I got to see of him. But and his name now, his ring name where he is now, he's in like Lucha Underground and AAA down in Mexico. He's Alberto del Patron, so I don't kind of get. They throw in the word patron in his Spanish language intro. I don't know what it means. If they're just like, if Roberto Rodriguez is saying, the man who's actually known as Alberto del Patron, but while in WWE is known as Alberto Del Rio. That might be the English translation of what he says. I don't really know. Oh, why? How can you suddenly have a canned boo erupt right after he finishes that funky little pose? That's when your heart should be turned towards Alberto Del Rio and the dark side that he represents. CM Punk's like, look, how come all of your objectives in that last match involved hitting me with moves? Bullshit. Oh, I remember this. This was really fun. I liked this.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Nearly 17,000 strong.
Okay. In the actual... Oh, geez, I need to switch controllers here after this video. In the actual event where this happened, I don't think they set it up in advance. I think it was like a fun surprise that occurred. CM Punk had special guest announcer Howard Finkel. Howard Finkel came out on stage and got this really loud, and it's a nostalgia pop, sure, but he got this really loud reaction from the fans who were like cheering and shouting, Howard, or no, they were chanting, Finkel, Finkel. And Howard Finkel, who's known to be a bit of a softie, Howard Finkel started to tear up, and he couldn't start at first. Like, go check out the video. It's adorable. He's tearing up. He's emotionally touched that the fans are reacting to him so strongly because he hasn't been. You know, they used Howard Finkel was the ring announcer back during like the Ultimate Warrior DLC. You know, he was way back, and he's tearing up and getting a little misty, and he finally composes himself and announces CM Punk, and then CM Punk comes out and pantomimes tapping his wrist to indicate that Howard took up too much time, and then kind of like pats him playfully on the shoulder and walks to the ring. And I watched this footage and I'm like, CM Punk's supposed to be a good guy, and at the end he did kind of like pat him on the back playfully, but the look he's giving him when he's tapping his wrist, I could have sworn CM Punk is legitimately pissed off. And you're like, hey, you're eating into my time here, ass face. Get on with it. Back to it.
Here in the Big Apple, on their feet for the number one contender, CM Punk.
And any way you look at it, Alberto Del Rio versus CM Punk is going to be a hell of a matchup.
They say that the best wrestling personalities are people who take their real-life personalities and turn it up to 11. Like, they take their real-life aspects of themselves and just exaggerate it a bit for the big screen. Or the small screen, I guess, TV. But if that's the case, that everything I've heard suggests that while CM Punk is a really entertaining guy, pretty intelligent guy, pretty articulate guy, probably a bit of an asshole to deal with in real life, too. Never met him. It's the impression you get sometimes when you see the CM Punk out there doing his thing. Fairly healthy self-esteem on CM Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-year history of the WWE Championship. The title has changed hands here in New York on 15 occasions.
The starting point for his WWE character is based, again, on his real life. He's like straight edge. And then when he was first getting over as a bad guy, his whole thing was like being in your face and obnoxious about how I'm better than you because I'm straight edge. You poison yourself with alcohol and cigarettes. And boy, I tell you, there's nothing like having a couple of beers sitting in front of, well, SmackDown. I would want to get too many beers in front of you during Raw because Tuesday morning you'll be working. But SmackDown, watch CM Punk, and of course he used to be on SmackDown as a bad guy, telling you how great he is because he's straight edge and you're some boozer and you've got a beer in your hand. You're like, hey. Anyway. So I'm guessing from the commentary that that's not what I meant to look at actually. Defeated Alberto Del Rio by pinball, so probably an objective will pop up later. But yeah, Cole is, I guess, still a bad guy, and King is the only good guy at this point because Cole keeps talking about how great the bad guys are. He's a completely generic good guy these days, is Michael Cole on commentary.
was Alberto Del Rio's Survivor Series debut. Unfortunately for him, though, he didn't fare too well. Quickly getting back to Del Rio's Survivor Series appearance last year. You're right, King. It wasn't pretty for Del Rio as he and his squad were defeated
Speaking
by
of pretty.
Team Mysterio in a classic Survivor
Oh, that
Series
was pretty.
elimination tag team match. And who will ever forget CM Punk's first ever Survivor Series when he helped turn back team-rated RKO.
Team-rated, pause, RKO. Who will ever forget CM Punk's first Survivor Series where he got concussed and lost his memory? Well, I guess CM Punk would. Who? That didn't happen. I just made that up for fun. But coerced him by beating the shit, well, by choking him out, or getting him in a submission.
Well, remember, Punk never received a one-on-one rematch after Del Rio successfully cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam.
Still don't have any objectives there, huh? Okay.
You know, King, I'm thinking about filing a criminal and civil lawsuit against CM Punk after he injured me this past week on Raw. Let's go. Lights out. It's so
Okay. Don't want to accidentally do the Anaconda Vice.
It allows Punk to use his legs, his weapons as much as his arms.
His legs, his weapons, as much as his arms.
Oh, but look at Del Rio. He's out of it, going for that cross arm breaker. And watch that roundhouse. Yeah, but look at Del Rio. Del Rio floats into the arm breaker.
Wow, that was actually kind of a fun sequence. But he's done nothing to damage the arms yet. And as much fun as it is to use arm-based offense in this game for a change of pace, it actually isn't terribly effective because you do tend to get that submission when most of the offense you've been doing, unless you're really making a point of it, isn't going to do anything to the arms. Dragon screw leg whip, Cole. Call the damn moves. Let Kevin Kelly teach you how it's done. People compliment the ROH announcers. I don't know if they're really that great. Yeah, just a random, pointless pot shot at Kevin Kelly. That's how I roll. Actually, the fact that Kevin Kelly isn't that noticeable on commentary, probably an indication that he's doing something right.
And there's the submission hold.
The Dragon Sleeper again?
Man, does that look painful? This is serious gut check time. What a match. Momentum has shifted back and forth repeatedly.
Doesn't really seem to matter how hard I'm pressing that button. I guess just for variety, I'll try to do the other. Oh, shut up, Joe. I mean, don't shut up like he's... I'm trying to... I'm actually surprised that the... because I don't think that was plot triggered. I think that was just the AI manager at ringside actually behaving like a proper manager. I was going to go for the top rope macho elbow for variety's sake, but then the frickin' then the game decided to have a big close-up of the referee's butt.
Look at those eyes.
I guess the Anaconda Vice was already used in the storyline, so I'm going to finish it with the pinfall.
Go to sleep. Punk's gonna win it. Look at this. Oh, and a kick out. And look at Punk.
Okay, maybe not.
He's got him. The Anaconda Vice locked in. Locked in on Del Rio.
Roberto Rodriguez, why don't you break this one up?
Del Rio's tapping out. We got a new champion.
Okay, so I was just got done talking about why doesn't he win with the Anaconda? Oh, he does. Never mind. The combined power of Cobra and Pepsi gave him victory. But unfortunately, he could only use that power once, and now they've been removed from his tattoo catalog. Replaced with shadows of their former selves. Because I don't know his tattoos well enough. Like, I don't study CM Punk's tattoos. His wife rather famously had the date she first won the Divas Championship tattooed on the back of her neck. But, yeah, Punk obviously got a lot of ink. There might be all sorts of little pieces out of his tattoos that have been removed for purposes of this game. But the two I noticed, Pepsi and Cobra, well, not Cobra Commander, it's Cobra. I almost said Cobra Commander. That would have been wrong. Unless there's a tiny little Cobra Commander tattoo in there that I didn't know about. There could be.
John Cena and CM Punk would continue on their separate paths heading into Wrestlemania.
Because actually, now that I think about it, they haven't really fought each other for a while in this story mode.
Of the best.
What a matchup. CM
Oh, we're not going to have this match? Would have been a pretty good one. Oh, well.
While Cena went one-on-one with the Great One.
Yeah, The Rock has arrived to start winding this thing down.
But as fate would have it, John Cena was granted an opportunity that could potentially put CM Punk and the WWE Championship in his crosshairs yet again.
The WWE Championship contract Money in the Bank ladder match will be Kane, The Big Show.
The match is going to be that, or will it be between these guys? And 2 other guys? No? Okay. Usually, I thought they had 6 guys on this match. Oh, there's The Miz. They didn't mention him. Oh, I didn't get a good look at that crowd shot when they were all there. There's The Miz and somebody else. They just kind of don't want to acknowledge we're in the match. There's The Miz again. Maybe it was just 5 guys. Burgers and fries. He exists! And I'm not sure he was meant to win it that way, because he looked kind of surprised. He was always guaranteed a title shot. Come on. Because if he hadn't won that match, folks, John Cena would never have received a title shot in the past 3 years. Anyways. Alright, so I think it's time to call it a video. But, yeah, we've hit a reasonable stopping point. CM Punk basically wins the title, and he becomes the champion. And again, I don't want to spend too much time on the CM Punk quit, and he was pissed off stuff. But one of his famous gripes, well, the 2 famous gripes that are kind of addressed in that video, is that he was the world champion, but was not in the main event matches. Which is like, you know, am I the world champion or not? Like, he was in the world champion. He was the world champion, but like Cena and whoever Cena was feuding with were the main event. Although I guess he might have been talking about an earlier period than that. Yeah, I think he really was talking about an earlier period where he was the world champion than that. But the big thing, they skipped over a bunch of stuff that kind of surprised me. John Cena, as they went into WrestleMania, even though Punk and Cena had a pretty good feud and fans were kind of into them both, but they were both kind of good guys by that point. So they stopped kind of feuding with each other and went their separate ways. John Cena and The Rock had a feud and was the #1 top feud for the company. And CM Punk went into a feud with Chris Jericho. The one thing I remember, and this was again, you know, from seeing it on YouTube and stuff later, because I wasn't watching at the time, you know, the idea of CM Punk feuding with Jericho sounds pretty good, because Jericho's a pretty solid entertainer in the ring and on the microphone. And CM Punk, the same. Jericho was kind of doing this whole thing where he was saying that CM Punk was a rip-off of him, and his whole attitude, Jericho did it first, and CM Punk's just like, you know, ripping off him. And I don't remember exactly how we got there, but CM Punk basically just kind of pointed out this ridiculous. And somehow the line, you know, it's like, oh, you invented, like, oh, did you invent having an attitude? And then there was this whole thing, like, Jericho was making this big deal about how he's Canadian. It's Jericho's Canadian. Somehow this came up, and CM Punk was like, because CM Punk was accusing him of ripping off guys who came previously, like, isn't your whole moveset stolen from Shawn Michaels? Oh, I guess you're from Canada, so you're different from Shawn Michaels. Did you invent being from Canada? So that was kind of funny. CM Punk's other big gripe was that he never got to main event of WrestleMania, even though he was like the hottest guy in the company. They kept bringing in past stars just in time for WrestleMania to be at WrestleMania and then leave the company again after WrestleMania season was over. That was one of his biggest gripes. In, you know, specifically The Rock. So that WrestleMania just gets completely skipped over because both guys have matches that don't involve each other. And now we're jumping into the next year. But yeah, I don't know. Probably shouldn't have taken a whole bunch of time to monologue on it, but What I'm getting at here is two of his biggest gripes encapsulated right there, even though we skipped over the matches. WrestleMania, he's facing Jericho. Good opponent. They have a good feud, but they are not the main event. And then John Cena, not the world champion, is in the main event. And he and Cena start feuding again for the world title, thus putting him up at the top of the card again, only after WrestleMania season is over. And that's kind of his thing. So when we come back, folks, Hustle, Loyalty, and Disrespect, the story of CM Punk's feud with John Cena, is actually going to feature CM Punk versus John Cena. It's been a while. See you guys next time.